What's up, everybody? Girardi from the 3T crew with a very special episode of 3T Podcast Live, where I'm about to tackle the impossible. I'm about to conquer the impossible and fix Monday Night Raw. Like I said, everybody on Twitter and Instagram thinks Monday Night Raw is dead in the water. It's impossible to fix this show. But I'm going to do it. I'm going to give you guys 5 ideas on how I would fix Monday Night Raw for the better and make the product watchable every Monday night. We're going to start it off with the whole third hour conundrum. We're either going to cut it all together, which I would personally do, and you have a more condensed show, very similar to SmackDown, where everything has a purpose and the fluff is gone. Or, since in reality the USA Network loves that third hour due to advertisement money and a lead-in for their other shows and stuff like that, we're going to make the third hour Raw Talk. Yes, Raw Talk, which is their post-game show that they have every Monday night on the network. I would make it for the third hour up until the 10:40 point. And I will use this Raw Talk to build up storylines that happen on the first 2 hours of the show. And going into a special main event that would happen every week, which would be a different title on the line every week. You would have the women's tag titles, the Raw tag team titles, the 24/7 title, the United States title, and on very special occasions, the WWE title will be defended on this special 20-minute block on the show. You could have both challengers or teams on Raw Talk promoting the match and getting ready for the match and really making it exciting and making you want to watch this 10:40 to 11 o'clock block. I think this will make for a condensed show. They get their third hour, and you get a special way to build storylines going forward with this 40 minutes of Raw Talk, and then a 20-minute main event. And you get a guaranteed 20-minute match every episode of Raw that's unique because there's a title match, and realistically, the titles drive the product, and great title matches make for a great product. Number 2, this is more of a productionary type of thing too. I would have more video packages. WWE excels on video packages. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many iconic pay-per-view video packages put together and stuff like that. Why aren't they using that for Raw and SmackDown? Specifically Raw, which very much needs the help as they get, especially if you're trying to fill time in the third hour. You can have these video packages promoting their wrestlers or having these very unique character-driven promo packages, and makes for a better product altogether. And once again, you're condensing that third hour with video packages too, and it helps out the talent, and you don't have the same redundant stuff going on every single Monday night. Thirdly, will be consistency. You need a consistent product. Everything should have a purpose that you put on the show, and everything should have a follow-up the next week. Especially if you're building to pay-per-views, you're not building to the next episode of Raw realistically. You're building to the pay-per-view match. That means Vince McMahon and the creative on Monday nights don't rip up the script at 7 o'clock in the evening and expecting to write good TV within an hour. It's impossible. There's not a booker on the planet or a writer, a TV writer, who's going to write a good episode of television or book a good episode of professional wrestling in an hour's time and then continue while the show's going on the air. It's physically impossible. That's the one task I won't even be able to conquer, is that. Right? That's something that's happened more on Raw than SmackDown, and you could tell because a lot of these things don't make sense. Look at last week's episode of Raw. Jeff Hardy had already beaten Elias, and then he's fighting Elias again. Why? And then you had Keith Lee and Sheamus. They had a tag match against Miz and Morrison. They come back from commercial break, and they're beating the tar out of each other. Why? Like that. Consistency. Make the show make sense, and treat your viewer base like they actually have brains. Now we're up to number 4. This is more of a wrestling more. I would turn AJ Styles babyface. I think he's betterly used as a babyface in WWE. He can carry your brand as a babyface, and Raw is lacking on the babyface side of things. You have McIntyre, who's an incredible babyface and an incredible champion, but other than that, you have Riddle, Jeff Hardy's of the world, the New Day's a tag team. The Fiend, he's not a compelling babyface because he's not sympathetic. Why should I sympathize with a monster like that? Having AJ Styles as a babyface works. I would keep Omos with him. That would be a very interesting dynamic of having a bodyguard as a babyface You can even have them in the tag team division and have an incredible tag team with AJ Styles, and you're helping a young guy get along. AJ Styles in the United States title picture, phenomenal. AJ Styles in the tag title picture, phenomenal. AJ Styles in the WWE title picture, phenomenal. Everything he does is phenomenal. Give him a shot as a babyface again, and give him the ball and run with it. Now, finally, number 5, more tag teams. The Raw's tag team division is flat. You have the Hurt Business, which they're great. You have the New Day, they're great. And Lucha House Party, they're kind of on Raw, but they're also kind of on NXT now. That's it. You have to build a compelling tag team division. And also, I would say, build more challengers for the women's title. You know, you have Asuka, and she hasn't defended the title since, I believe, November. Almost. Or late October, maybe? I don't know. But those titles should be treated a little bit better, especially the women's title. But the tag team division is severely lacking on both shows. But when you have a third hour and you can put a 20-minute tag match every week with different tag teams, that fills time. And I think that would also help the show's overall appeal. So, like I said, fix the third hour. Consistency. More productionary stuff like promo packages. Make AJ Styles a babyface. And lastly, more focus on the tag team division. And to a lesser degree, the Raw Women's title. Let's build more challengers for Asuka. She's incredible. Those are the 5 ways I would fix Monday Night Raw. And if you want to listen to more of our stuff, check us out on Apple, Spotify, TuneIn Radio, Google Play, Podbean, iHeartRadio, everywhere you listen to podcasts. If you want to cop a t-shirt, check us out on ProWrestlingTees.com. If you want to follow our social media, check us out on Instagram at Through the Table and at iStrongStyle, on Twitter at 3TPod, on Facebook at Through the Table, and on TikTok at GerardH16. All those links and more will be below in the bio. Thank you guys for watching, and let me know in the comments below. Do you agree with me, or how would you fix Monday Night Raw?